Hey, how you doing? It's Dan here, and I really want to thank you for joining me for this very special video. This is my friend KENZA and my friend Karen, and today I'm here to help support KENZA as I've done over the years with everything that I could with the help, knowledge, and stuff like that. She's an avid watcher of my videos, but right now I drove from Sedona to LA because Sophia brought to my attention that KENZA was having a fundraiser. And then I read, of course, the information that you shared and donated, of course. But I wanted to do more than that. So I decided that I was going to come out and make a video and make my friend aware of what you're up to. You were hit by a car, and you're going to tell us a little bit more, and since then you have been unable to walk. But I just want to start the video off today by saying that you believe you're going to walk again, I believe you're going to walk again, and so I came here today to help to facilitate that possibility in any way that I could. And so I just wanted everyone to know that that's why I'm here today. And so I really, really want to thank you for your time and your attention. So KENZA, can you tell us what happened? Because I don't know the full story, so I'm right here with you learning everything about, this is very fresh, and so I'm really excited to hear about what happened, how you ended up in a wheelchair.
Right. Well, first I just want to say thank you so much. I'm so grateful that we're here and you're providing this for me. And you know, I've met you a few times already in the past
5, 6,
years.
7
Yeah,
times?
a few times. And I just want to say just being here is almost a demonstration of just where things are at, just my level of commitment to my dream, how it took a few years for me to really understand the level of commitment that needed to go into what it's going to take to really bring this dream and goal to fruition. So
right. You've noticed some of your limitations maybe in areas where you're going to have to create more focus and discipline.
Right, it's just all a process and experience. And I was 5 years ago riding my bike. I was 18 years old, and my intention was to go pick up a gift for a friend, and I was about to cross the street. It was one of those crosswalks that flashes lights. It wasn't an intersection, but the lights were flashing, and that seems to be a setup illusion. If there's a line, then you're safe, you know, in an intersection. If it's painted, you're good. So without making sure that everyone was stopped right away and having that safety, I just went ahead, and the driver saw the lights according to the report, and she could see me, so all story for me though, you know, reiterated because I was just knocked out. She hit me at 45 miles an hour, and the impact did damage to my leg. My whole leg broke, and my spine had a few fractures in the cervical vertebrae, and did some spinal cord damage, you know, sustained a spinal cord injury, as so it's termed, and that in turn I have experienced paralysis just down throughout the hands, and
say that again?
Throughout the hands, paralysis and numbness. So I was medically deemed quadriplegic, but those
so
terms.
You've got some mobility up here.
Right.
It's a little bit in the hands. You work your wheelchair around. But,
right. Yeah.
So are you technically quadriplegic?
According, for what, yeah, medically termed, yeah, they'll kind of just group. Oh, you fit most of these, you know.
Do you have some feeling in your legs?
It's changed over the years. It's definitely more tingly and buzzy these
Better.
days. Yeah.
With the raw foods?
Yeah.
For the most part, mostly raw?
Yeah, definitely.
Word, that's going to be very important.
Right, yeah.
As I've emphasized.
Yeah, you did say you have the feeling in the inner part of the arms versus the outer.
Right.
So there is some feeling on the inside here in this way.
But you've been improving in your function, in your nerve function over the years.
Right,
Good.
yeah. And I just see where that's where my inspiration, you know, there's so many, healing is so inclusive of so many aspects. As we know, the food consumption is definitely one. And my focus, I became increasingly aware of just how much more I need to incorporate physical activity into this. You know, I'm dealing with the physical body and all the other levels on, you know, in a different way. But so I came across a table, an exercise table that would and completely move the body, the entire body, and get it moving. I just became like really excited about it. And
for people with a situation like yours, specifically designed.
Right.
And that's why, pretty much why I came here on the level of like the linear, because you are working at, you've got a fundraising campaign, and you're working at getting that table so that you can continue to get those exercises that you need to get your physical activity working. Right now you're fairly limited.
Right, exactly, which is, you know, understandably important, you know, in a sedentary sort of lifestyle.
The lymphatic system gets a little backed up.
Exactly. And every other function, there's respiratory, there's circulatory, there's digestive, that it's all going to help improve.
All from that machine?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
And it's passive and active activity and function, because one is supposed to lay, and so that relieves the body of gravity and the compression on the spine and the fatigue that can cause. So, and then like a bicycle, it has except with like cyclical handlebars. So it's engaging the whole body entirely in movement, activating the brainstem, the cerebrum, or I believe with the arms, and and it's just coordinating and guiding the limbs through, and almost retraining the brain through a walking or gait pattern, just like crawling, like a baby would start out walking, crawls before it starts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so we're working at creating some awareness around your campaign, your fundraising campaign. And so, we're moving into why Karen is here. We'll talk about that in a sec, but I'm going to put a link down below, just for those of you who've made it this far in the video. And then you can find out more, because I was already convinced. I mean, I already knew the second that I saw the email from Sophia that I was going to donate, you know. So that was a no-brainer for me personally, because I got your back all the way till the end, until you're up doing cartwheels.
Right.
You know.
Right, yeah.
I'm going to put a link down below, though, right now, so that everyone can go over and read what you wrote. And once you read where she's coming from and get a sense of who this person is, then you will probably more than likely be inclined to do whatever you can. And when I say that, I'm talking about monetarily, and I'm also talking about prayers, the power of prayer, and the power of all of us reaching up with our minds and creating a vision, and then really bringing that energy down into this experience, so that whatever needs to happen within the natural is going to take place, so that you can have your vision, which is to walk again, because we should all be here to support one another in every way possible, especially someone else's vision, because when you help someone else to have their vision, then your vision can arise. And if we all help each other to achieve our vision, we would be living in the world of paradise. So that link is down below, and then whenever, if you want to continue to watch the video, but just go check that out and just read about who this person is, and then you can decide from there whether and not what type of way you'd like to help. But Karen, you're here because I just found out recently that you've been actually helping KENZA with this project. And so tell me about, you saw that there was, she had a machine which has already been built, and then, is that correct?
I can explain it.
Okay, good, yeah.
I was at the Raw Expo. KENZA saw me there doing my beauty and hair products and consultations, and KENZA wound up buying the product, and so we naturally did a consultation, and she called me and we set an appointment at my home. At the time she set the appointment, I didn't know that Kenza was in the wheelchair because I hadn't seen her, I was so busy. So she came up and she told me over the phone, and I said, okay, well, my sons will be there and will help. She explained that we had to lift the wheelchair inside the house. So my son wasn't home at the time, and I sat out there, and when she came out with her mom, I have to just say that my heart just expanded because they were smiling and everybody was happy and they were so positive to meet me, and I just felt honored to meet them and to be a part of the situation with Kenza. So we got to talking and she was explaining, I was telling her that it's interesting, and I asked her questions about the wheelchair because my former partner's an inventor. And one of the things he'd always talked about is doing different ideas to make it really convenient for people that are in wheelchairs. And then he transcended into, he's actually been doing business for about 6 months working on rehabilitation machines. So we had gotten to talk, and we got her in the house, my son came home, and she talked about her fundraising and that she had an idea about this big piece that she's doing. And I thought to myself, wow, that's going to be really difficult because I see what it is for her mom. She said she lived in a small apartment, and so I thought that's awfully big. Maybe I can talk to my former partner, and maybe he will make something personalized for her that possibly could be something that would be easier for many other people to get, maybe easier price-wise, and also more practical to bring into the home to make it easier so it can be folded up maybe and put away, because the piece was quite big.
The one you were looking at?
The one she's looking at.
Huge and bulky
and I just
expensive.
want to say, one of the things Kenza told me when she saw the piece, she got so inspired because she thought instantly, I'm going to walk again. She understood in her process that at that point, the physicalness is just what she needed.
Have you been lacking that? I mean, obviously,
and for
but
convenience sake, yeah, like in such a convenient way.
But also
yeah,
in the
no,
spiritual
I
sense.
It's just,
yeah.
Okay, so we got cut off on the camera here. I'm just learning how to use this camera, but I believe that we got cut off at the point where we began to talk about the family. Your mom does help you with some physical therapy, but she's very busy maintaining a household, a small apartment, and your brother actually is autistic and has Down syndrome.
My younger brother.
So that's quite a handful. And then
Yeah.
with your stuff, your mom's pretty busy, a single mom, right? And so
Well,
that's...
I mean, my dad's in Morocco, but yeah, so she's handling stuff on her own, not necessarily single, but yeah, just yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
we can leave the personal stuff out for now, but your mom's busting her butt, and that's one of the other
Yeah.
reasons. Your mom has always been so sweet. I've noticed your mom always takes you to the events. You say, I want to go to see Dan, right? And you come up with the money, and you come out and see me every time that I'm in town. And I know your mom is there with a smile on her face, and your mom loves me too. And I want to help her too with the prayers and with any kind of help we can get. In fact, I'm looking for people to sponsor this family. That's really an idea that I had, which I did not bring up to you guys. But I want them to be able to get in touch with you, in fact. So let's just be able to do that now so that people have information in case there are some really good, I know there's some incredible human beings out there that can feel that this is real and that are affluent or have abundance and generosity. And so you've got a Facebook page, and you've got, but let's get an email.
Okay.
Is that the best? Like, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Well, let's see, I can be contacted through kenza.cadmary@gmail.com. I actually used an email to create for the fundraising page. It's kenzasbreakthrough@gmail.com.
KENZA'sbreakthrough@gmail.com. So for all you wonderful people out there, send her an email, find out more about her, get her phone number, have a phone call. So let's get connected here. Let's make something happen in any way, shape, or form. A new something, a nice thing, anything you want to do, because I'm funneling light and love and energy this way in any way that I can, and that's just what I'm really happy to be able to do here today. So you were going to tell us about
when
the
I first
machine.
met her.
Yeah.
With her mom, and they came up.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
That's about where we left off.
I think we left off, the camera got, but when they came up, I was saying that my son was going to help Kenza get in, my two sons, but they weren't there yet. So when they came up, we just sat outside, and I saw her mom and I saw her brother, and I just looked at the three of them and I thought, wow, they're so smiling and they're so happy, and so, you know, I was just my heart just expanded. And I just said, I just want to do whatever I can. She was there for a hair consultation, but it became much more between the two of us. Both of our hearts all of our hearts expanded. And her brother hugged me, which I was really happy about, because he doesn't hug everybody. So I felt really honored for that. But so we did get her into the house, and we spoke about things, and I was telling her about that my former partner, he wants to do things for a wheelchair, you know, to help people in the wheelchair, to maybe expand them up, like when they go in the bank, for example, to lift them up so they can go up to the teller, so they're not always down. And then now he's progressed into doing these rehabilitation machines. So one of the things that we're talking about doing possibly is to make a piece that's more practical for KENZA to do it. Because the certain ones out there are very large, and it's very difficult, you know, she needs a lot of help with it. We're trying to make a piece that people, you know, that are having these rehabilitation problems can actually do easily by someone just setting it up for them, and then they can just leave, and the person can just focus in on themselves.
You could get on the machine yourself somehow with the right handles and the right design.
Actually, in her case, they'd have to help her get onto the machine.
At first.
Right, but then they don't have to be a part of that. There's ways it's going to be designed, and that's what we're talking to my former partner about. He's an inventor, and he's been always wanted to do something in the rehabilitation stuff, and he's doing it now. So that's how we connected, and we just fell in love, and so we're doing some inner healing, some Reiki channeling healing, and we'd be doing some physical therapy. I'm committed to donating once a week to KENZA to do anything I can do for her family. I got my former partner involved because I'd like to do something more practical and have that piece possibly sell out to other people in KENZA's situation. And I think that would inspire KENZA a lot to know that she could share that with other people, because she's such an amazing heart. And so that's what we're doing together, and it's amazing.
So right now we're really just trying to raise funds, and then
yes.
Just for the materials.
Just for the, well, it takes quite an invention is very difficult. So it's actually, we're raising funds for him to do it and to design it and for the materials.
To take his time.
Well, to do an invention is very difficult. That's why these machines are very expensive. We're actually going to do it, he's going to do it for less than she would just buy like a bulk machine.
They already have them designed, but it's not as efficient.
That's practical.
Your ex-partner thinks that it could be done more efficiently, and he's going to do it.
And he's going to do it. He's going to do it for less than the big bulkier ones, which is great, because then a lot of people can easier get it and then heal easier.
And that's the nature of the fundraiser, that right there.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
It's a healing fund, but that was one of my main inspirations.
You've got a few other things that you're trying to get together.
And just with consistency to keep up, like chiropractic sessions, and there's a place for physical therapy in San Diego, you know, just to keep them up consistently, because I think that's where the most.
And so we're even looking for any kind of healers that may want to donate their services today. So anything that we can do together to pool together to make this vision come to life. Because all it takes is faith in the vision. And anything is possible. The work can be done with focus. Anything is possible, because the light inside each and every one of us can activate and reactivate any part of our being, but it's just that faith and that strength and that trust is what's lacking in a lot of people, and I can see that it's not lacking in you at all.
That's what she really believes.
So I think I think we've touched the main part of it, and hopefully we've touched some hearts out there. Is there anything that you would like to add, KENZA? You know, anything that we might have missed that's real important to you?
Just in terms of belief, Charles had asked me, he said, "Are you going to walk again?" And I said yes. He said, "Well, how do you know?" I said, "Because I've decided." So it's already there. It's just the ceiling, and you know, in time getting there.
Right,
and Charles is the
natural,
inventor.
because in this world, our mind, we think, you know, we don't want things to happen instantly, because if we thought, oh, there's a big pink elephant, then there'd be a pink elephant in the room. It has to be, you know, you have to hold the vision,
Exactly.
and then it comes.
Wait for it to catch up in the physical.
Right,
Exactly.
that's right.
Very good.
And as we get more powerful, we actually, this is my
We
experience
can
too,
do
it
it right
becomes
away.
more rapid, and then
Exactly.
you make a prayer or something, or you have a vision, or you want to hear from somebody, and they'll call you. And
It's
you
like
haven't heard
training the
from them for 6
belief, like lifting weights. When you lift weights, your muscle gets stronger.
right.
When you believe more and more, you can do it faster and faster.
That's right.
And we have some strong believers here, and I hope you guys believe, and I hope you can donate, especially to healing. And thank you.
For sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a link down below, and that'll take them over to the page, and
Right.
and then they'll be able to read a lot more information and get inspired that way about who you are. And then, Karen, anything you want to add?
I just want to say thank you, Dan, for having us here, and it's just a big joy. KENZA is so excited. I'm so excited, and thank you to everybody that is even watching the video and has made it this far into the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I want to thank you. I've never done anything like this. Well, I have done things like this, and actually when the last girl that we had on here that needed help, she's living her dream. She went to Italy, then she went to
Wow.
Costa Rica to get out of the
That's
ghetto
right.
and change her life.
You're such a conduit to all the beauty, and you're only transcending yourself into more spirituality, more belief, and I can see it just going so far for you too.
There's only one thing that anyone needs to know about me, and that is I'm here to serve and I'm here to give.
Yes.
And that's what I've decided, and that's what it's going to be. So here we are
Yeah.
doing this. Is a great, very worthwhile project. So thank you so much. I'll check the links
Thank
down
you.
below. Look up KENZA, and I'll try to put some more information, like a Facebook page, any information that we can get to channel energy this way, so that you can become a friend on Facebook and just send a nice word. Okay, so you can write all your information down for me later. Thank you all so very, very much for watching this video, and if you want to spread it around in any way that you feel comfortable, we would really appreciate that too. We want as many people to know about KENZA's vision and her faith and her courage and strength, okay? Thank you very much. Peace be with you. Bye-bye.
Speak with me.